Now, many of you already know that for the month of November, Nio delivered 15,959 vehicles. These, of course, the second highest number that Nio has ever reported on a monthly basis. Now, one of the things that, of course, on that report that we did not know was obviously the number of vehicles that Nio delivered per model. But of course, before we dig deep into this video, you already know that this video is just an entertainment video, not a professional financial advice video. I really appreciate if you can just hit the likes button if you are to enjoy the content that I'll be giving you about Nio's deliveries per model, which of course contributed to the 15,959 vehicles we saw Nio reporting for the November deliveries. Otherwise, without wasting any more of your time, I mean, the first model that was the best-selling model on to Nio was, of course, the Nio ES6. Now, you'll know that from July, the ES6 has been the model that Nio has been selling the most, because as seen on the screen, for the month of November, ES6 sold over 5,600 deliveries. Now, these, of course, 5,000 deliveries, it is a 194% increase year over year, but a 3.5% down from the deliveries we saw obviously for the month of October. Now, one of the things that I said, or I've been saying, is that we are seeing, of course, this second best-selling and the third best-selling cars stealing the ES6 sales. It looks like the second best-selling cars, which by the way is the ET5 Touring, and the third best-selling cars, which is obviously the EC6, are sort of like stealing the sales from this Nio ES6, because ET5 Touring, ladies and gents, sold over 3,200 vehicles, which is something that is pretty good, because this ET5 Touring sold over 3,200 vehicles, whereas the third best-selling model, which is the EC6, is sold over 2,700 vehicles. Now, these, or both these two vehicles or models, they are doing pretty good also, because especially with the, of course, EC6, ladies and gents, it continues doing well on a month to month, because these over 2,700 which it sold was a 7.4% increase from the previous month, which is something that is pretty good. Unfortunately, this model does not have a year over year, because you know that this is a model that Nio introduced this year, which of course the comparison year over year, that's why it's not available. But with the ES6, the year over year it's there, or that 194% year over year, is because it was being sold but the older version of the ES6 last year. So this is pretty amazing, pretty good, and it was expected, or it is expected, of course, for the EC6 to also steal some of the sales from the ES6, because I mean, it is quite a beauty. This is one of the most beautiful coupe SUVs that you will find in the EV market, especially in the premium segment. Otherwise, the fourth best-selling model was the ET5, with over 1.9 vehicles delivered for the month of October, then followed by the ES8, which sold over 1,600 of course deliveries. Now, the ES8, I like its deliveries a lot, because this is the most expensive model that of course you get from Nio, because it is roughly around $70,000. So this is one of the vehicles that boosts of course the vehicle's margin, which is something that is pretty amazing. Now, this over 1.6 models sold of the ES6 was around 135% increase year over year, which is something that is pretty amazing, but of course it was over 25% decrease from the kind of deliveries we saw this vehicle producing for the month of October. But nonetheless, it continues to do very well year over year, which is something that is pretty amazing, as this is one of the models that really boosts, of course, the gross margins of Nio, or makes Nio's average purchase per car to become high, because it is the most expensive model that Nio is currently selling. Otherwise, the others, of course, remaining, or the last three remaining models, that is the Nio ES7, EC7, and the ET7, ladies and gents, all of them, they did not sell that much, less than 500 per model, which is something that is, of course, it shows that they are not doing well, because EC7 sold 350, ET7 sold, I think, just over 200 vehicles, and the, of course, ES7 sold below 200 vehicles for the month of November. So those three are not doing that well, but nonetheless the top five, I think they are doing pretty amazing, and we should see, or I would like to see the momentum or the increase in sales into these, of course, models, or the top five models. I know the top three might remain as is, but yeah, I would like to see more improvement, more sales, of course, as of course we had, or as we finish this year and start the year 2024. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I make tons and tons of stock market investing videos, and if you think that this video was amazing, please don't forget to hit the like button, comment and subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. Before you buy new for the very first time, it is always good or wise that you do your own due diligence, so that at least you can be comfortable as you are investing onto this stock. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.